This is Faridabad, about 50 kilometers away from the Indian capital, New Delhi. The town was beaming with promise of growth. In the mid-90s, Faridabad lost its way. Agricultural produce wasn't yielding profits, and most of the industries closed down. Faridabad was frozen in time. Residents accepted the slowdown as their destiny, and nothing was ever questioned. In 2011, a young boy from Faridabad was about to embark on a journey that would bring him success, recognition, and profits. He would make a place in the hearts and minds of young children all over Faridabad and Balabgarh. His journey began with asking questions. Lakshya Kora is a 15-year-old prodigy from Faridabad. In 2011, 12-year-old Lakshya, obsessed with the idea of finding answers to the mysteries of science, began taking the first steps towards establishing the iCube Science Club.
I started the science club because I felt that there was a need for questions to be answered. Juniors in my school and even people in my class wanted to learn with an easier method rather than theoretically. That is why I got together boys and girls around the colony who were interested in it, and together we then just opened on 2nd October 2011.
His obsession to look for answers never loosened its grasp on his mind, thus broadening the scope of iCube Science Club. He began to expand his team, but a vital part was still missing. Lakshya was now looking for a mentor. Finding Saurabh not only answered his questions, it further stimulated his unquenchable curiosity.
We had a lot of mentors that came up, but when Saurabh came up, I could see that he was a hands-on guy and he could perform experiments, and he wasn't so theoretical.
आज का पहला एक्सपेरिमेंट फ्रॉकी स्नेक्स है, तो स्टार्ट करिए हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड के साथ।
फर्स्ट संडे ऑफ नवंबर 2011 तो मैं साइंस क्लब में आया। थोड़ा सा पहले हमने स्टार्टिंग में सोचा कि करिकुलम के साथ ऐड करें, जोड़ें करिकुलम के साथ। तो कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ऐसे भी होते थे जो कोर्स के साथ साथ चल रहे होते थे, और कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट ऐसे होते थे जो लाइफ से जुड़े थे, जैसे कि घर के एक्सपेरिमेंट। बहुत सारे कई सारे बच्चे हैं जिन्हें बल्ब लगाना नहीं आता था, क्योंकि 3rd, 4th, 5th में और 6th, 7th, 8th में मैंने भी कभी अपने हाथ से एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं किए मेरे स्कूल में, और कई सारे स्कूल्स में अभी भी ये नहीं होता।
Lakshya's iCube Science Club met every weekend. The experiments were now taking innumerable twists and turns. Fellow members didn't want to miss a single class, and then a brilliant opportunity presented itself.
It all began because of a child who used to come in our club, and his father owned a school called BPS, Bora Public School in Balabgarh. He gave us the opportunity, and when we went there, we saw that the response was very positive and children were very excited. So we felt that why don't we take this forward and try it in some other schools, and that's how we entered the private and public sector.
जैसे ही मैंने उसको प्लेट के नीचे लगाया इनके साथ, तो ये प्लेट को फाड़ के निकल गया उसमें से। ये जो है When we first went to our first private school, we said, can you tell us about experiments? And they said, they don't know. So finally I took a duster from nearby and I threw it on the ground, and I said, this is an experiment. This is an experiment on gravitation, and an experiment is basically when you ask questions. Why did this happen?
Success was instant, and the demand for more workshops grew by leaps and bounds. Lakshya and his mentor Saurabh performed numerous scientific and artistic escapades, which stirred awe and reverence in the hearts of young school children. Lakshya now began thinking about iCube Science Club as a business venture. The company was registered on the 1st of May 2012. This was also a time for a new addition. Rohit joined the team as a second mentor a few months later.
मैं काफ़ी सर्च किया, मैं कहा तो बहुत अच्छा एक नोवेल आइडिया और पोटेंशियली नोवेल आइडिया है, तो इसके ऊपर ज़रूर काम किया होगा किसी ने, बट आई फाइंड कि किसी ने काम नहीं किया। जो बिजली होती है ना, इससे भी मैगी से बनती है।
घर पे भी जाके बच्चे करते हैं, जैसे यहाँ सीख के जाते हैं, पानी छानने लगते हैं, कभी गुब्बारा फुलाने, मम्मी उन्होंने ऐसा करके बताया हमें, तो हमें भी अच्छा लगता है कि हमारे बच्चे अच्छी अच्छी बातें सीख कर आ रहे।
एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं अलग, और ये देख के हमें एक सीख मिलती है कि हम भी ये कर सकते हैं। अगर किसी को तो साइंस से डर भी लगता है कि हम नहीं कर सकते, ये नहीं कर सकते, और कोई आए बाहर से वो हमें ढंग से समझाए और बोले कि आप डरो मत, इसे आराम से करो, आपको अच्छे से आ जाएगा, आप करो। हम इसे कर ही सकते हैं, हम करेंगे और इसे करके दिखाएंगे।
जो 2013 में हमने गवर्नमेंट स्कूल को परफेक्टली ऑर्गेनाइज वे में करना शुरू कर दिया, जिसमें हम लोग बच्चों को स्टूडेंट नोट्स भी देते हैं। स्टूडेंट नोट्स के साथ साथ उनके असेसमेंट होते हैं।
Today, while Lakshya continues with his school education, mentors Rohit and Saurabh go to government and private schools throughout the week, conducting experiments and explaining scientific concepts. Lakshya and other members of the science club can join the mentors on the weekend, where they get paid 50 rupees per hour for volunteering. 49 primary government schools and 26 middle government schools in Ballabgarh get at least one session in a month, along with 40 private schools. About 15,000 school children are being taught by the iCube Science Club. The team has a corpus of 90 experiments. The company's finance comes from its members and private schools who participate in the experiments conducted by the iCube Science Club. This money is invested in teaching government school children free of cost. The opportunity to teach government school children comes with the responsibility of improving their scientific understanding and retaining basic scientific concepts. The iCube Science Club has a meticulous method of assessment. Pink-colored assessment sheets test what the students have retained from the previous session a month ago. A green sheet with a pre-experiment questionnaire tests the existing knowledge about the day's experiment. After the experiment session is over, a blue assessment sheet tests the students on what they have been taught on the day. And finally, student notes are distributed for future reference. The questionnaire sheets are corrected by the mentors, and their grades are kept as company records on a database to rate how successfully each experiment has been done. Lakshya has penned these successful experiments, and the Haryana government's education department has published them in a book which is given to children free of cost.
It has experiments which use resources that are easily available, and most important thing is that a child does not need to force its parents to buy him something. You can do experiments with things you find at your house. It was my also dream, you can say, to go up on stage with a lab coat and be a scientist. I felt that why don't we give this opportunity to the children, and when they finally got it and you see those smiles on their face, even I get excited, amazed.
वहाँ टीचर कह रहे थे कि सर एक एक महीना हमारे यहाँ ना बच्चा इंतज़ार करता है, रोज़ टाइम पे आता है, हर होमवर्क करता है, केवल इसलिए कि मैं लास्ट वाले दिन जब आप आओगे तो कहूँगा कि ये 4 बच्चे अच्छे हैं, इन्हें कोट पहना है।
पहले तो खाली किताब पढ़ ली, क्वेश्चन लिखवा दिए, खत्म। अब तो बच्चे खुद करके, मैडम ये बताइए पहले हमें ये कैसे होगा।
प्रैक्टिकल से मुझे ये आसानी मिली कि मैं आज जैसे बच्चों को थोड़ी सी भी अगर टॉपिक समझाऊंगी तो बच्चे को पूरा क्लियर में डिस्क्रिप्शन उन्हें मिल जाएगी।
This is the new Faridabad, curious to know and determined to learn. There are no silly questions here and no punishment for wrong answers. The assessment sheets are proof that the iCube Science Club report card is exemplary.
हर क्लास के अंदर आपको हर कैटेगरी का स्टूडेंट मिलेगा, हाई, लो और मीडियम, लेकिन इससे मीडियम बच्चे भी हाई में आ गए।
The members are now setting new goals for the future.
We hope that we have franchises all over India.
And maybe one of these children will be sitting in a lab, toying with a scientific idea that might change the world.